I can talk to anybody. And sometimes that could be confused as connection because I'm able to like just talk and have good banter with literally anybody. I can have good banter with a child. I can have good banter with a 60 years, 70 years, 80 years old. I can have good banter with my age mates. So sometimes I feel like just because I have good banter with someone doesn't mean that we have a good connection. And that's something I'm trying to learn that okay, maybe not every good conversation has to lead into something. And I want to bring back fun of dating, just literally the art of getting to know someone without any expectation of like this can lead into anything serious. When I start dating like this, I feel like I'm more it's more chill. Like there's no expectations. I'm having a good time, but also again, with dating doesn't mean you have to be sleeping around with anybody. Like that's the thing about people don't realize. Dating doesn't mean you have to be, but I mean if that's what you want, right? If that's something that you're into, but I personally feel like when you remove the physical out of dating, you're more clear to make sound judgment. I feel like because with social media, dating apps, there is literally so many options. You can, let's for example, you're on Hinge, right? And then you match with 100 people, or what sometimes, or people, like let's say you get 100 likes. You have an illusion that there's so many options out there. And sometimes someone you need like who you need to take serious. You don't even give them a time of the day because you have the illusion of like there's so many options out there. Let me try to see if I can get the best out of the best. Sometimes talking to multiple people at the same time is actually exhausting. It's so exhausting. I think it's good to keep a minimum of like three people, at least three people maximum you're talking to. And then if it doesn't work out, then you can go back again and try to connect again with people. But then if you have more than 5 people on your roster, that's too much. Again, I'm Congolese, right? We date until we get married. So it's one of those things where commitment looks quite different in a way. Being a boyfriend doesn't really count. It's just like your boy that's a friend most of the times. But keeping too many people on your roster, it really does confuse you. You cannot tell me that you're gonna talk to like 10 people at the same time and then you have time to work out, you have time to study, you have time to go to work, you have time for your other friends. Because I personally think it's good to keep your individual self and your interests as a person. So I feel like when people start dating, they get so consumed with dating that they forget to also keep their individuality. I think when I start dating, that's when I feel like I need to pour more into myself, and it's very intentional. Where like if I'm working out, I'm now going to try to take a call because I'm talking to someone. When you have a lot of interest that you're doing and you're just having a lot of hobbies, I feel like you won't be so upset at oh my gosh, someone's not taking me out. If you're already taking yourself out, you're having solo dates, you're doing things that kind of fill your cup. When someone else tries to take you out and also treats you better, it's expected because you already do this for yourself. But like with respect, right? If you don't respect yourself, if you don't keep the promises you keep to yourself, why would you expect anybody else also keep those promises to you? It comes down to your inner self. I feel like with dating, you need to be able to put yourself in positions where to test your healing. Or so I don't know if that makes sense. To test your healing, right? You can be like, oh, I have healed, but then like it's because you haven't really been. You can heal in isolation. You moving too fast. I feel like sometimes people are so eager for the finish line and they're not enjoying the process. There's no timeline. However, I do feel like it's always good to gauge people and try to see their true intention with you. When you start moving too fast and you talk to someone, then there's so much good connection. And then you're already picturing your life and your marriage, and you're trying to envision them into your schedule. And I've done that before. And sometimes when something that doesn't work out, you're not missing the person, you're missing what you had dreamed about, what you have expected it would come to be. And that hurts more than actually the person. Most times you don't even miss the person, you just miss what you thought it could be. And again, when something doesn't work out, doesn't make someone else a villain. It just didn't work out, and that is okay, because dating is literally just meeting people and trying to see what works out. And if these things are in alignment, then it aligns. But when you start moving too fast, calling each other pet names, giving yourself like all this cute stuff in early on, is literally so hard, and it will make you start missing someone that wasn't even that special. Really praying about it. I used to be like, oh, that's too cliche, but I have realized I'm just praying that, hey, God, just show me, let your will be done. Let my desires and my wants be in reflection of your will into my life. And I feel like that prayer is good because you're literally just telling God, hey, like what I like, help me to like what you like for me as well. Right? The things that used to be on my list that are just literally such nonsense. Where why do I like I'm literally 5'2"? Why do I want someone who's 6'3"? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make, let me leave those 6'3" guys for people who are actually tall. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't mind the 6'3" guy, but not trying to sit on, not trying to compromise your values. So your values will be like, I need a man who also loves God. And loving God doesn't mean going to church. Loving God is when someone pursues God in a way that is intimate, that when nobody's looking, what are they doing to pursue God? What are they doing to dating is like a screening, like you're screening somebody. So you're taking notes, mental data, and when someone is showing you all these red flags early on, what makes you think that when you're married and when you have a ring on, it's going to change? Like I am doubting everything before I give you the benefits. That's kind of how I am. And yes, it's a serious process, but at the same time, having just a good time. And sometimes people you meet, they may not be your boyfriend or girlfriend. Let's have a good banter. Let's joke around. Let's play around. Let's like, obviously in a respectful way. It is telling people about who you are talking to early on. I think the reason why a lot of people are not able to move on to situationships is because you've already told your parents, you've already told your sisters, you've already told your best friend that, oh my gosh, I'm talking to this person, he's amazing. So when it doesn't work out, there's a sense you feel a little bit ashamed that, oh my gosh, it didn't work out. So now I have to tell them that, oh, it didn't work out, then you're gonna start it again and again. The reason why a lot of people stay in situations because the fear of feeling stupid with their friends or with their people, because you've already told everybody that you're dating this person, even though like this person has not really actually put in a lot, they're not deserving of that title yet, but because you already told somebody, you already told so many people that you're dating this person, now you're trying to make it work, even though you know deep down it's not meant for you, but just because you already told people, it's now feels like you're obligated to keep it going. The thing is prioritizing your friends, prioritizing relationships, platonic relationship, prioritizing family time, prioritizing actually being a social person. You've been talking to for like 2 months. You should be comfortable hanging out with your friends in a group setting. See how they react. Maybe if it's long distance, making sure they hang out with your friends in a group setting. See how they act with everybody around when it's not only you two people. Because I feel like sometimes when it's only two people, it's very different. Sometimes people put on a big front in the beginning and it's not sustainable. Not ignore the red flags because you're scared of being single. Like, don't be afraid of literally just letting go. And I love talking to people, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But it's just fun getting to know people. It's so fun just like talking to people, getting to knowing them, and when you start dating with any not know anything physical, it just these are just friends that you're getting to know, and whatever lands, whatever clicks, it clicks. When I start getting pimples, I start getting headaches for no reason. I'm like, who am I dating? Who am I talking to? Yeah, gotta go. Because then that's a sign that your body is not reconnecting to somebody, and sometimes our bodies really tell us exactly who is meant for us, and sometimes we try to ignore that because obviously we are so scared to be by ourselves. But this, you need to use this time to work on yourself to, oh, I really like this actually. I really sorry guys, I really like this. Since single time, that's the best thing to really get those things in, like in a good foundation. Because listen, I have so many of my married friends. Most of my sisters are married. My brothers have families and everything. And let me tell you, so who much is given, much is required. And I'm like, listen, this is a big commitment and I'm going to take my time. And that's it. But you guys have more fun dating. Like, have more fun dating. Like, it shouldn't be this, ugh, just have fun, talk to people, have a good time. And you know, see, dating helps you with your communication skills. You get to know people, you know how to read the room, you know how to read signals, you know how to engage. Like dating helps you with, it's like it's free communication skills that you're building, so you should not really take dating so to like a it's an interview. Just have fun doing it, have fun doing it. And Paul did not get married because it was too much. So not everybody is actually meant to be married, not everybody's meant to be with a partner. It's a cherry on top, not a whole full course meal. Just saying. So